Now I'd love to tell you guys that we got a ton of great footage to show you all there is to know about this little island of Nargana. But truth is, the Kuna Indians that live in the Sandblast Islands do not favor cameras much at all. And we're here at the rebel outcast culture of the Kunas, so walking in with one of my normal Sony cameras with a big microphone on it would likely get us arrested pretty quick. So I decided what would be our best option for this little expedition would probably be my new Tiki Cam. What's a Tiki Cam? Well, it's our new GoPro 7 Black that I put a custom little perch on my shoulder for it to sit on, and it films everything from Tiki's perspective as I walk around town. Now the 7 Black also has hyper smooth stabilization, so walking around town is probably going to be a good test for it, so we're going to find out. Our first search lands us in front of some old phone booths that actually work. Now if we could just find one of those old dial-up modems, we'd probably have a pretty good chance of getting some internet. Unfortunately, our search for the Bandidos of Rio Diablo seems to be a bust. Everybody appears to be pretty normal, actually. We did meet up with one interesting character, and he seemed to be like the unofficial chief of the island. Now on the only Kuna island where alcohol is permitted, this guy walks around with a t-shirt that illustrates woman plus man plus booze equals marriage. Now that's some funny shit right there. The chief also filled us in a bit on why the Kuna town on Nargana had basically been ostracized from the rest of the Kuna culture. Turns out it was just a group of Kunas that no longer wanted to live in the bush and wanted to have their own town where they could enjoy some of the modern conveniences of Western civilization. Things like electricity, light bulbs, TVs, refrigeration, air conditioning, cell phones, and internet. We managed to get 2 SIM cards for our phones, and they have smoking internet. So as you can imagine, we'll probably be back to this island in the near future. But for now, we're on a time-limited mission, and it's time for us to get back to sea.
Ah, see?
We're just leaving Corazon del Jesus. Had a nice night in the anchorage. Really cool place, enjoyed it. Definitely thumbs up, gonna go back there for sure. But we gotta press on this morning because now we have to go down to Porvenir. That's where we're gonna do our immigration check-in. We're going to spend the night somewhere around Porvenir and then head on over to Green Turtle Key, I believe it's called, which is over on the mainland on Panama, and going into Turtle Key Marina. That's where our friend Jesse is. Some of you guys will remember him from Curacao. He's been down here for a while now, and he's got his boat in the marina doing some projects, getting ready to come back here to the Sandblast next week. So we're going to go over there and pick up Laura, our new crew, arriving from California tomorrow. So she's arriving first thing in the morning, and we should be there by lunchtime, probably about the same time she's going to arrive by taxi, because it's about an hour and a half taxi ride from the airport to where we're going to be. Now let's see, that reef over there, we're still okay on that?
Yeah,
okay, we're going straight down. Yeah, we're threading the eye of the needle with a ton of reefs again here now. Yeah, zoom out for a sec. Yeah, here's where we are. And it looks pretty good on the chart until you look out and see all these reefs coming at you in every single direction and waves breaking over them. Thought I just saw one right there, but it was just a wave coming up on us. So a little unnerving to say the least, because you can't trust the charts here at all. We're still using the paper charts in the nav book and just correlating our GPS coordinates against the paper charts and matching up to see where we are. So again, can't stress enough, definitely a good idea around here to have that Eric Bauhaus guidebook. Eric Bauhaus, good job on the guidebook, really great. We've been enjoying it and using it every single day here. So we're going up to the marina. Decided to go all the way to the marina because when we were taking all those waves over the bow yesterday, I didn't realize but my forward hatch in my cabin was just slightly ajar. It was closed and locked, but there was still water squeezing in. So we took some salt water in there, and I noticed last night my new bed was starting to smell a little moldy as the salt water was drying. So, and of course I can't move it because we've got 200 pounds of solar panels sitting on the bunk. So I got no place I can put the solar panels till we actually mount them. So we're gonna go to the marina, get back into a slip there, put up the new panels up on the radar arch, replace those 3, put the other 2 up on the top of the Dodger, and that'll at least get them out of the way. We might not be able to use them right now because I still need a charge controller, because our whole system here is 12 volts, and we're putting in all new panels that are 36 volts that we're gonna put in series to 72 volts. So that means I need a new charge controller, and I don't have the charge controller yet. That's next on the list. Once I get that, I can hook everything up, and then we're gonna have power galore. We won't even know what to do with it all, I'm sure, until we get the water maker, but that's what it's for. It's in preparation for putting in the water maker, so we'll have enough power to keep it running right from the start. So that is today's goal, is to get to Port Veneer, get checked in, and then we'll sit it out the night there, and then head around the bend over to the Turtle Key Marina. Just listen to the sounds, the wind, the water, the waves. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Guys, I never would have believed this if I wasn't showing it to you myself. But I'm standing here freehand on deck. We are under full sail, as you can see, and we're doing 7 to 7.5 knots, as you can also probably see going out back of the lady, and I'm not holding on to shit. The amount of sailing we just did pounding upwind for 2 days to get here, I can't actually believe where we are. I mean, I've been all over the Caribbean. I've been in the BVIs for many years doing charters. I've been in the Grenadines for many years doing charters. I've not seen anything like this. We are actually in a protected area between two major reefs and a channel. It's virtually a channel that runs about 15 miles long by about 5 miles wide. If you can see that over there, that's the outside reef, and that's what's protecting us. It's about 3-4 miles away, and you notice I'm standing on deck now on the bow, still freehand, and that is the other coast of Panama and some of the other out islands right there. I'm speechless, honestly. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. I can't believe that we just sailed through all that crap back there to get here. And the weather forecast was exactly the same, but now the sun is out, you know, and look at this, it's still overcast. It's still overcast, but we got blue sky coming out off the ocean. And the waves are maximum maybe 2 feet, like virtually nothing. I'm still freehand, still standing here on the bow of the boat. And we are smoking. We are seriously doing at least 7 knots. When I checked last, it was 7.5, almost 8. And we are just bombing our way towards Port Veneer. We left Rio Diablo behind. And yeah, we had some bouncing to get out of there and a ton of reefs to skate through again. Made it through, no problem, and then got into this channel, and it's a beam reach. Now this is the amazing part. Not only is it great sailing going this way, right now we're going almost due west. But the thing is, this set of islands right here, this channel of islands that's about, like I said, about 15 miles by 5 miles wide, runs east and west. East and west, and the prevailing winds here, from what I've seen on the charts for the next unforeseeable amount of time, the wind runs predominantly north, sometimes slightly east of north, sometimes slightly west of north, but always that northerly component, which means that right now we're sailing on that same wind, and if we turned around and went right back to Rio Diablo, we'd be on a beam reach also. So if you can see, we're on a perfect beam reach right now. The wind is on the beam. If you can see the masthead, everything is on the beam. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it would be exactly the same if we turned around and went the other direction, back to where we came from. That's a first, because I was in the BVIs for many years, and that's more of a, like an America's Cup course, straight upwind and straight downwind. I've been in the Grenadines, and that is almost a beam reach, but you're always on the wind going one direction or the other, and you've got big ocean waves because it's all open ocean down there between the islands. And this is just different. I mean, I've never actually been able to sail like this in a controlled set of islands, and this is absolutely spectacular. So I must say, it's got my attention. My breath is taken away, and the islands are absolutely spectacular. I've seen some of them close up just as we've been passing by, and even though it's been a bit of a murky day, I can't wait to come back here next week. We're gonna come right back here. As soon as we get new crew lower on board, we're gonna come back here and do a little tour of these islands and do a little closer inspection, and I think it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. So anyway, sorry for the long ramble, but got a little bit excited because this is awesome. It's awesome, guys. I mean, it's fucking awesome. I've never had sailing like this in a long time. Just standing up on the lady doing 7.5 knots going on a beam reach. Man, awesome, guys. miles later, and we're still just following the channel down between all these islands, and it's still just flat calm. It's still under full sail, having an absolutely glorious day. I can't even tell you what a great experience. Very, very interesting contrast in this set of islands, I must say, from where we started out down at Pinos and then into Estupu and even Rio Diablo, and then coming up to here and everything. Very, very stark contrast, and this is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's understandable why they want to protect it and why they blockaded a lot of the people from coming in and out of the islands via charter boats, anything like that. So I can see why. I mean, you would want to protect this. You want to keep it good for sure, and it is just spectacular. It's all virtually untouched. You see the odd shack or hut or something like that here on some of the islands, but other than that, there's very little here. It's like a nature preserve. And this whole channel is all 100 to 150 feet deep, so it's amazing. But look at that. No waves, nothing crashing over the bow. Nice smooth sailing, still doing 7 knots. I don't think it gets any better than this. And we are here. And first step, touchdown in Panama, Central America.
Alcinho!
And you guys remember Jesse, fellow Canuck.
Good, man. You too. Rick?
Long time, man. You all right?
Great.
Good to see you again.
Welcome to Turtle Key.
Yeah, thank you. Looks really nice in here, but it's hairy coming in. Eh?
Yeah, it's hairy, and we're in the jungle here.
I can imagine being in bad weather. That must really be scary.
Yeah, you don't want to come or go with the big wind here.
No, and they got some wind coming today and tomorrow for a couple of days, and then I guess it should be good to head back to the Keys. San Blas. Hola.
Hola.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Librado, Rick.
Nice to meet you. I'm Rick.
Y Alcinho.
Alcinho. All right, look where we are.
For a while.
It's beautiful.
Better land that drone, eh?
Where's the drone? Oh.
Up there somewhere.
Way up there. Cool.
Okay.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
All right. Touchdown. Good job. Love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah.